New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. J Belvin clarified his ethnicity after being awarded the Afro Latino Artist of the Year at the African Entertainment Award USA. The Colombian artist, on December 26th victory, was met with backlash because of his non-Afro Latino roots after he was crowned the winner of the category over fellow nominees Japanese, Daboski, Italian, Samal, DL, Nacho, Sammy Boy, Bad Bunny, and Gantz and Isa. Melvin, a native Medellin, Colombia, took to Instagram to assert that while he is not Afro-Latino, he was still humbled to receive the recognition. Quote, "I am not Afro-Latino." He also stated that, "But thank you for giving me a place in the contribution of the Afrobeat music and movement." The African Entertainment Awards USA responded to the blowback by renaming the category as the Best Latin Artist Award, sharing on social media that the Best Latin Artist category is for any artist based in Latin America that is contributing to the African culture, especially the Afro beats sound globally. It is not based on race, but more importantly, based on pushing the African culture forward on the world stage. The organization's president, Dominic Tammet, reiterated in a video that the category was never intended to reflect a certain race, but more so to honor an individual whose music has contributed to African culture. Quote, "I wanted to address the Afro-Latino category and why we came up with this category. This is for people who have contributed to the African culture, not based on your race, based on the contributions to the African culture. Some folks have stated that one of the winners are not black and there are a majority concerns. I just want to address it. Our category is not based on color. It's based on, again, the contributions of this artist who are contributing to the African culture. Yes, you can be black Latino and be nominated, and you can also be white Latino and be nominated, just like we have black and white Africans. That's how I see it." Followers still weren't quite sold on the explanation, however, and continue calling out Taman and the AEUSA over the messy attempt to clean it up. Quote, "Afro Latino means black. You can't decide that that word doesn't relate to race. This explanation makes absolutely zero sense and is not the place of people who are Afro Latin, who change the meaning or give Afro Latino awards to non black people. This is erasure and is incredibly violent. It's okay to mess up and make amends, but you're breaking bridges with the black diaspora by protecting J Belvin and non-African slash non-black people here." This is my thing. At least he was honest about it. He was like, "Yo, I ain't even going to front." He was like, "Hey, I ain't even black. I ain't even African. I ain't even going to try to claim it. But thank you for this award and thank you for acknowledging the fact that I'm such a great artist." Right? That's literally what he just said. But it's not even that part, right, that I even have a problem with. Don't even have a problem with that at all. It's the fact that this African Entertainment Awards specifically stated that, yo, we have this, place. We have this spot for African artists. For these artists who are contributing to, putting the music out there, for pushing the genre forward, for contributing so much. And then they were like, "Oh, wait, Jay Belvin, we gave it to him. I got this. We're going to sit up there and just put this as a whole other category. We're going to rewrite what the category is, basically erasing the whole meaning of the category." And rightfully so, they should sit up there and face backlash. And rightfully so, a lot of black people should complain because it's crazy how automatically you're going to change this category in order to positively affect J Belvin, and others like him that look exactly like him, right? But yet you're not going to really do anything for the Afro Latino artists, for the African artists that are there. You're not going to have anything that's going to 100% represent them. And then you wanted to really pedal back and say, oh, well, originally we did have this title, but it didn't have anything to do with, race or anything like that. It just had to do with artists that were, no, no, no. When you say African, that's black. When you say African, that is black. And then he wanted to try to dilute and further his point, but like, well, we have, just like we got black Africans, we also have white Africans, and just like we got black Latins, we also got white Latins as well. Nah, 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 nah. Let's go back on that, because historically that didn't exist. Let me explain. Back during the times, you can go back and look when it dealt with South America, right? Earlier on, the South American government was like, you know what? We need to dilute, we need to bring in some new blood, right? Onto South America. So they ended up allowing Europeans, to fly directly over to South America to basically, cleanse the land, to whitewash the land, right? In order to lighten and heighten, a lot of the populace, because they didn't like how dark, how complected the people were, right? And are. But note, this is a tropical area that has a lot of heat, that has a lot of sun. So, just saying you're gonna, your body's going to, grow in a certain type of way that's going to allow you to adapt and to live within that environment, right? And the same thing can be said over in Africa, where Europeans did not naturally exist there, right? This was them basically coming over because they wanted to put a foothold or a stronghold, because they understood how minerally rich Africa is as a continent. It's the most minerally rich continent on the face of this planet. If Africa was literally to disappear at this moment in time, everything would just break down in societies. I don't care what anybody wants to sit up there and say. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, people don't want to sit up there and give Africa its credit. A lot of the cell phones, a lot of the tablets, the computers, anything that you can basically name, a lot of those minerals come directly from Africa. When you think of diamonds, guess where those come from? Africa. And so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. Like I said, it's even to the effect where you got landlocked areas in Europe where they fish around the areas in Africa, stealing those fish and taking them back up to Europe, because they don't really have a source of food because they're landlocked, right? And by them basically doing that, they're taking away a source of income from a lot of those Africans, which depend on that source of that fishing revenue. So, like I said before, no matter how you want to sit up there and cut it, yo, Europeans always been stealing. That's just a fact. I don't care what nobody has to say. It's not even up for debate, because you're not going to have anything to really put up against this. You're just not. Like I said, that's the whole history of Europe. That's the reason why, quote unquote, Europe is so great, because all they do is steal, 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 no matter what. Got stealing on their mind, can never give it up. That's how they roll. That's literally how they roll. You can even look at America. Guess what the Europeans did here? Not even whitewashed. They almost exterminated all the natives here. Right now, we can also go a little bit, deeper into the whole native thing, but that's, more so for a whole different video. But for all intents and purposes, you think about the Native American population, we can already clearly see what they decided to do with that, and how they have them on reservations and different things of that nature. And then how the rest of their populace decided to just spread up and take over all of the land. And not even to mention how the American government, right, took even more land right away. And they were like, you know what, we're going to consider these national monuments, we're going to make these national parks, aka we're going to make sure that we can generate and create revenue from this, and that you can never get anything from it, because we claimed it. Because what we decided to do is, instead of just calling you natives, right, later on we decided to swap that and give it to ourselves, because now we are now native to this land as well. See how that works? See how they decided to give themselves the exact same titles, the exact same rights as the people who are originally here, as the indigenous people. But like I said, I digress. But back to the point of the whole J Belvin fiasco. The whole main thing is this: due to the fact that he is white Latino, due to the fact that when you look at him, you pretty much see Caucasian, right? They're like, you know what, we're just going to hand him this award and we're just going to, change the whole title because it's what's good for the brand. That's why the guy decided, hey, we got white Latins and we also have white Africans, right? Like I said, that's the whole main thing because he's going to end up bringing in money. Because that means that if he gets nominated, that other artists are pretty much going to copy what it is that he's doing, the ones that look like him, in order to bring more eyes directly for the Afro beat, type of music, right? But I guess, other Afro Latinos and other African artists, I guess because they're not light enough and wide enough, I guess they're not able to pull those exact same eyes as J Belvin. Like I said, and it was also stated in an article where they said that this was dangerous and it was detrimental, and you are basically erasing. That's exactly what they're doing. But at the end of the day, you cannot help people that either hate their own or who hate the way that they look, or sometimes both. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.